don't speak Bisaya. I can only speak Tagalog. Do you understand Tagalog?
Yes!
Good. Kasi, mahirap kami mag-English. Pag sabihin nyo, sa America ka, nakatira, sabihin mo, mahirap mag-English. Hindi po, I just love our national language. I never forget to speak Tagalog. Kahit na more than 30 years na sa States. So anyway, I'm so happy to be part of this event. And very fortunate, thank you for having me. Ms. Lim, my friend now. I met her in the United States 1918, I think. Nagkaroon ng ganito, OPP presentation in US. So I was able to meet Dr. Olarte and Lindy, and the presenter was Mars Lubito. I was also invited because of my experience with Purtier Placenta that it's like Filipinos, they love to talk, you know? They saw me like for so many years, and they saw me, I was in a wheelchair, I was, you know, suffering from dementia already, because I could no longer write a check. My daughter has to tell me, Mom, we have to do your, we call it living trust. Transfer all your assets to the trust. Because one time I went to church with my caregiver and I made a donation. You know how much I wrote on my check? $20,000. And they, you know, the usher told me, said, Mom, are you sure you want to contribute or give us $20,000? No, $20 only. So I was, oh, okay, I'm glad to be asked you. So anyway, Purtier was here for how many years now? 6 years in the Philippines, right? 6 years?
Yes.
I think 2017 po, I went back to the Philippines because what happened is when you reach age 67, you will start receiving your pension. So when you receive your pension and you start giving you money, the government will cut your disability. Because if you're disabled, the government will give you money. The government will give you an in-home support. They call it in-home support because somebody will go to your house, clean your house, you know, like a nurse or a doctor will go to your house and assess how much time you need to have a caregiver. So because of the severity of my case, I have 2 caregivers assigned to me to come to my house. One is a lady that will give me a bath every day, and the other one is a man because, you know, during the time when you've been lying in the bed, sitting in the chair, not enough exercise, moving around, you gain weight. So I was heavy and I need a man to pick me up, to bring me to bed, you know, take me to doctor's appointment, drive me to therapy. Because I have to do therapy on the swimming pool. Because I cannot walk. I cannot do exercises that will hurt my knee. I have to be in the swimming pool with a therapist within the pool. It's like the therapist will give you gadgets, like put the dumbbells under your armpit, and then, you know, so you will float. And then you do bicycle in the pool, and the pool is very hot. It's parang hot spring sa Philippines. So it's become my life is doctor's appointment, therapy, surgery. By the way, I had like 9 surgeries in my body. I met an accident, 1997, but unfortunately it's not only one accident. It is multiple accidents. That's why my body was so, like, bugkok, we call it Tagalog, bugkok, parang you've been shaking up, grass. In US, the freeway is very fast. Because, our speed limit now is 65 miles an hour. So, one of my accidents was in the freeway. I was on the side street and somebody, a black man, I saw the light was red and it's my turn to go and he is exiting the freeway. It happened here also. If you want to beat the light, you have to speed up. So unfortunately, I was hit. And, my car was like that. It did not turn, but, I was pushed all the way. And then I have to try to follow and see if I could get the license plate, so I can, they call it hit and run here in the Philippines, right? So I tried to follow, but my car, the wheels are waving already like this, so I got scared that, the time I flew, and then I will be more hurt from that accident. When you had an accident, you don't feel it right away. It's like, in my mind, I had to follow. I need this information. I need the car plates. But I wasn't able to do that because of the car tires that were moving like this. It's squeaking, and so I have to really try my best to see what is the nearest hospital I can go. So I went to the hospital. And my daughter went to the hospital, taking home, but the next morning, I could not move anymore. My spine had small pulse, and then I had to be taken to the hospital again, and then they find out after so many, because like I said, when you were hit, you don't feel anything. Maybe it's the same with when somebody fired a gun to you and you got hit, you don't feel anything. Just, So it's like, that's the first instance I feel like, oh my God, what will I do? I'm a single mom. I have 5 daughters. And my eldest was only 16, my youngest was 7. And I had to work. But I had no choice. I had to have surgery. When I was, it's like, my daughter told me, Mom, you look like you just came from war. Like in soldier, because I have a skin here, my neck was broke, my spine has a brace, and then my knees had to be operated. So it's like, it's a miracle. It's a good thing also that I was in the United States. Because I think, if I'm here, I will not last for years. But I did, because of, the government support, try to make you, basically you don't have money, you cannot be, treated. It's so sad that in the Philippines it happens that way. If you don't have money, you cannot have surgery. But in the United States, you're sick, or, I'm a U.S. citizen, so I had an accident, whether I had money or not money, I went to the ER, and then I need surgery, go to the surgery. So it's like, to me, it seems like there's no more hope. I suffer depression. The thing is, when you start taking medication, it doesn't, the medication increases because of the side effects. You will have a side effect, and they'll give you, because of pain, the blood pressure, went up. So it's like I had to have an injection in my spine. It's epidural injection. That injection is given to the lady for the mother who's about to give birth, or if you are going into a cesarean, so you don't feel the pain. That's what they keep me in the spine. And like what I said, I was about to go home. I cannot afford caregiving in the United States without U.S. government support. But they will take it away already, because I have already receiving pension from Social Security. So there's age bracket, or no, not age bracket, income bracket for you. So I came home here, and then I was living with one of my friends. And all of a sudden, like what she said, I was invited in a Max restaurant to try Max chicken. It's, Max chicken is very famous, if you like. And then after that, we were invited to move inside, like there is a cubicle. And same like this, but not a big crowd. So there is a doctor, Dr. Tess. She was a doctor from St. Luke's Hospital. She was the one explaining, a doctor doing the presentation like this. And I heard testimonies. There was a lady who had liver failure, kidney failure, doing dialysis, using this product, and her testimony is like, she came home. Eventually, the reason why she is giving testimonials, this product helped her. And then another lady who did a testimonial, she's a pastor in Canada and had an accident. And she said she became disabled, and same with my case, she came home here and met Purtier. And she was testifying that, make her well. So I was hesitant because, like what he said, this is expensive product, expensive. And for me, I'm only living now with my pension, $2,700 is expensive, even though, I'm getting it from dollar, you convert peso, di ba? 135,000 pesos. During that time, it's not the 6th edition, it's the 5th edition. So because of my desperation, and I was inspired by the people who did the testimonies and and the products itself because of the technology. And like what she he said it's from New Zealand. So I asked, do you take credit cards? He said, yes, ma'am. So I ordered. I gave my credit cards, and then I went back to the United States because I have to do, you have to go back for your physical, examination. So it was a good timing because I had my blood drawn. So I had the blood analysis, how much cholesterol you have, and your kidney, everything. can be seen through your blood works. And then I brought a bottle to my doctor. I said, "Doctor, somebody introduced me to this product. What do you think?" You know, the doctor said, "No, don't take that." "Why, doctor?" "Because it's not made in USA." "What, doctor?" "Yeah, you don't know what's inside that." So, but I was thinking, oh my girls, I spent 2,700. That's a big chunk of money, considering my situation. I'm not working. So I have no choice. I have to take it. Take it. But maybe because it's a big edition, and the stem cell is only like 50 at the time, and it's increased to 100. But I had the 5th edition. And then like what I said, my life is like doctors, therapy, and a nurse come to my house to check my blood pressure, make sure that my medication, they will check your medication if the caregiver is really doing her job, So my therapy is in the swimming pool, like what I have told you. My therapist told me that, "Mom, you are improving." I said, "I am?" "Yes, look. I'll take the dumbbells out." And you check. He said, "I was scared." I said, "No, don't be scared. I'm still holding you." Because even though he was holding me, I'm scared. I have to have the support there. And then all of a sudden, he took out the dumbbells. I said, "See, look. Let's walk." So we walk on the floor. Like I said, I have to continue to take it because I'm not going to this program. Then one time, like maybe I fall asleep, a very deep sleep. It's like my caregiver before she leaves, because I have a hospital bed in my house. There is a commode. I have a scooter that if I use a scooter in the house too. All of a sudden, I realized I woke up, I was in the bathroom. I am in the toilet. So how did I get to the toilet? How did I do that? I said, "Lord, what will I do?" Because I'm so scared. Because, if I walk and I fall, that would be another surgery. And I already have plenty. So I start walking. Start walking. Very slow steps. And then, the next morning, my caregiver came to the house and said, "Sister Feli, why are you there?" Because I wasn't in the wheelchair anymore. I was sitting. I walk. "You walk?" "Yes, I walk. You see, I walk." So it was towards the end, because it's a 6-month therapy. Some they said after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe because I was, for longer time. It's like no, but praise God. God is good, isn't it? Yes. So now, the exciting part is I'm 70 years old, like what I have told. And in the United States, there's no discrimination. So I was able to go back working. I am now a full-time agent from America. Because before that, I forgot to tell you, I was a life insurance agent. So that's why I was always on the road. So now, I told my boss, "Tell me, what did you do?" "Well, I saw you before in the chair, in the scooter. You're now walking, I can now drive." I can drive from Los Angeles to San Diego. I can now see clients. It's like, really, God is good. It's like, and my daughter said, Mom, where are you getting your energy? Because I feel tired. Please Purtier Placenta. It's like you will get rejuvenated. It's true. I feel like I'm not 70 years old. I feel like I'm only 40. Thank you. And you know, people that saw me 15 years ago told me, you know, I saw you 15 years ago, you look younger 15 years ago than, you know, today you're like 50 years old. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is mine, you know, how I was helped by Purtier. Thank you.